I'm going to tell you one of the hardest lessons I had to learn the extremely hard way, so you don't have to. This is probably going to be in parts, so you'll actually watch the shit, because, you know, attention span and whatnot. This is exactly why you do not begin a relationship, or rather, no, this is why you don't move in with somebody that you have really only gotten to know for like a very short amount of time. This is exactly why you don't do this. And before you question me, I'm an expert on this. I have started relationships and have moved in more times with somebody than I'd like to admit. But I've gone through this rodeo a few times, so I actually do know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is not to say don't start a relationship too quick. Like, I will never say anything to anybody if you want to start a relationship a week or two after you just met somebody, or you want to move in with someone a month later. Like, I am never gonna say don't do it. I'm just gonna say be careful. Be careful. Story time. I met this guy. Hold on. How much time I got? What is that? I can't read numbers backwards in the mirror, so I don't know what that says. All right. I met this guy. This was back in 2016. So this is going back several years. I met this guy and we were, you know, friends with benefits or whatever. Nothing serious. We had a very casual relationship. And that's really all it was. We had, I'm just gonna be real. Like, all we did was casually meet up, and that was really it. You know, we casually met up and we did things, and then that was really it. But it was all pretty much smooth sailing, because, you know, it's not like we were in a relationship. It's not like we were really getting to know each other that in depth. And then let's fast forward 5 years later. 5 years later, I am going through, I don't want to say one of the worst breakups in my life, because I was the one who broke up with them, but it was very painful. It was incredibly painful to break up with someone that you know isn't good for you, but you know you have to do what's best for you. And seeing that person hurt, even though that person cheated on me, like almost 2 weeks into our relationship, I didn't find out until way later, 2 years later, beside the point. So when I was done and out of that relationship, this other guy that I knew 5 years before in college just happened to magically pop up on Facebook and like one of my statuses, and it was one of those like empowering statuses. Like, I was really feeling myself, and I had said something, and then he like liked it and commented and was of course feeding my ego. And you know, that to me was a sign from God that I should pursue this man that I really didn't know that well. So that like opened up the gates that have been shut for so long, and we started talking again. We started getting to know each other, you know. He started love bombing me. He started feeding me so many compliments and telling me how amazing I am, and I swear, he was just feeding the ego, and I did not pick up on any of this. And I want to say it was like, not that long. I'm going to give it like a couple of weeks until we literally had the conversation of, oh, no, there was no conversation. This man quite literally said, you need to move in with me. And the thing is, I should have taken this as a big it was a red flag. I just was not picking up on it. He said, I need you to be here with me. And in my eyes, I was like, he needs me? That was probably one of the first red flags I should have picked up on. There were so much more. I'm going to keep going more in depth into this emotional, insane, chaotic saga that never needed to happen in part 2. See you there.